Pathmonk is the intelligent tool for website lead generation. With increasing online competition, over 98% of website visitors don't convert. The ability to successfully show your value proposition and support visitors in their buying journey separates you from the competition online. Pathmonk qualifies and converts leads on your website by figuring out where they are in the buying journey and influencing them in key decision moments with relevant micro experiences like case studies, intro videos, and much more. Stay relevant to your visitors and increase conversions by 50%. Add Pathmonk to your website in seconds. Let the AI do all the work and get access to 50% more qualified leads while you keep doing marketing and sales as usual. Check us on pathmonk.com. Welcome to today's episode. Let's talk about today's guest. We have Dominick from Paramount Lead Solutions, VP of Sales and Marketing. How are you doing today, Dominick?
I'm doing great, Ernesto. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to have you on today's show, and we're excited, and I'm sure our listeners are tuning in to know a little bit more about what Paramount Lead Solutions is all about. So, in your own words, let's kick it off with that. What is it all about?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, thank you for having me here. Happy New Year to you and to all of the listeners. Our company, Paramount Lead Solutions, we are a sales and marketing organization working within the automotive industry. So what do? We help dealerships selling more cars, engaging with more customers, helping improve the overall customer experience, customer satisfaction, and the customer journey for dealerships. And one of our mission statements here at our company, Ernesto, is the key to converting leads lies not in the technology or leads themselves, rather the talent of the staff working those leads. So we're a big proponent of sales and really turning marketing efforts into direct results. I know that great marketing and a poor sales team can make marketing look bad, and the opposite is also true, right? A great sales team and poor marketing can make that marketing look great. So that's what we're about at our core, is turning marketing efforts into direct results for our clients.
Definitely, you just put that that pin on that coffin, right? That nail on the coffin. Marketing and sales is what drives the company, I would say. But if they don't get along, oh man, it could be troublesome at some time. So
Absolutely.
good to have that. And to focus on the company here, so that everyone that is listening can get a good understanding of it. What would you say is a key problem that you saw for, in this case, would it be fair to say that your vertical segment is only dealerships?
We work just solely in the automotive industry. It's
Okay.
all new car dealerships. So we don't work with, although we have a few here and there, really it's new car dealership franchises. Amongst that, we're a bit more focused within the economic class. So yeah, we've worked with a few BMWs and Mercedes and Audis, but primarily it's your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Rams, your Nissans, your Kias, your Fords, your GMs. That's really our main focus and our main target. And what is the problem that we help solve? A lot of the problem lies in just a lack of overall training, a lack of knowledge within the department of converting leads into actual results. And then it's just a lack of execution and a lack of results. Those are some of the main problems that we as an organization address through our various products and service offerings that we have to offer.
Definitely. Okay. So then what would you say is a top client acquisition channel for you guys then? Like how do people usually get in contact with you?
Yeah, it's funny. It's a great question, and I think it's funny, and I'm going to differ here from a lot of the other participants that have been on this podcast. Our company really today for client acquisition, the majority of our business has come from number one, word of mouth and referral based. Number two, it's been through centers of influence that we'll have through relationships with the manufacturers. And then number three is really direct sales from the sales team that I help manage. So marketing, our website, funnel, SEO, that has not been a large component of our business. It's been a lot more direct sales of picking up the phone, cold calling dealerships, getting a hold of the general manager, getting a hold of the partner, We do a lot of just cold visits as well, where, hey, I'll land in Nashville or Naples, Florida, which I'm heading to tomorrow. And it's, hey, let's go visit and walk into 5 dealerships, 10 dealerships. That process in itself is going to be a lengthy one. There are a few times where you might meet someone and next thing you know, 4 hours later, you're in the contract negotiation stage. But we found that a lot more of the in-person strategies and really being able to face with the decision maker. I mean, we know where to find them, right? Our target is they've got a physical dealership, a physical location. It could be an auto group with many locations, but we know where to find them. And we found thus far that it's best to try to face that challenge on, head on in person.
Definitely. I think that's one of the best strategies. And so then what would you say as far as your website? Because I am here on the website, Paramount AL.
ALS.com. Yeah, Paramount Advertising and Lead Solutions, ParamountTools.com.
All right, perfect. There you go. What role does a website then play for client acquisition?
It's funny. I often view ourselves as we're a bunch of cavemen crawling out of the ice ages here. So what role has our website played? I would say if we were having this conversation 5 years ago, we just had a website where someone could Google our name and find us, and that's all that existed. Recently, we've built out a new website that has a lot of our products and our services and customer testimonials outlined. So it's a great tool for people to, once we have an interaction, to be able to verify, hey, here's this company, here's the information about them. But I would say where our website has lacked is in that client acquisition stage. We haven't, I can attribute on one hand the amount of clients that we brought in directly just from our website, just from organic search or SEO. A lot of that legwork is typically done by my sales team. And then we won't lose a deal because of our website, but I can't specifically say that we've gained any deals just from having an online presence and time and resources spent on our website.
Definitely. All right. Well, let's switch gears a little bit, Dom, and let's talk about you as a leader, you being the VP of Sales and Marketing. What are some key tasks you focus on your day-to-day work?
Yeah. Great question. I don't run ads. I don't run campaigns. I'm focused on sales. I'm focused on bringing in new clients, focused on revenue. I help with marketing from a bit more of a strategic standpoint. So it's devising the marketing strategy, creating some new product offerings. But on a day-to-day, I'm focused on managing my team of sales reps. Here in the office, we have about 100 agents. And then out of that, I have 5 account executives that I manage that team that are responsible for managing our relationships, bringing in new relationships, cultivating the relationships that we already have. So that's where most of my energy is spent, is on bringing in new business, on maintaining the relationships that we have, and on refining our products as best that we can. I think training for our organization has become a product that is a lot more relevant and gaining a lot more steam. So I've been involved with that aspect as well, of helping with the training and a new product that we're rolling out.
Definitely. All right. Awesome to hear that. Well, let's jump into our next section, which is a rapid fire question round. You ready for them,
Sure.
Dom?
I'm ready.
First off, what is the last book that you read?
Success Cybernetics was the last book I read by Yule Stanley Anderson. It's an older book published in the 1960s. I'm a big, I'm not I don't read fiction ever. I'm a big personal development reader. So guys like Tony Robbins, guys like Grant Cardone, that's a lot of the content that I consume. Yule Stanley Anderson wrote a book called Success Cybernetics that really just talks about the power of personal development, the power of thought, your belief system, how our brain is wired the same as a computer, and your thoughts and beliefs shape your reality. So that's a book for whoever hasn't checked it out. I strongly urge the listeners to do so. It's a great one.
All right, awesome, great read there. So what is one single thing that your company is focused on at the moment the most?
Really, it's twofold. Number one, it's refining our products, refining our service, focused a lot on the quality control of the deliverables that we give for our clients. And number two, it's continuing to grow our footprint and grow our brand. We know that the automotive industry in itself is an industry that is ripe for disruption. I think COVID had a lot to do with that change. It seems like 10 years of progress happened in a very short period of time. And we're seeing a lot of that disruption still occurring today. So our company, we're focused a lot on defining what the overall customer journey looks like, right? I mean, it's calling out the elephant in the room, Ernesto. And when consumers in the United States and I'm sure all over the country, when they think about going to buy a car, they don't jump up and down and get very giddy about that overall process. It's often like nails on a chalkboard. So the industry in itself has been focused on this component, and we as an organization specialize in this component of how do you make that process from the thought of, hey, I want to buy a new car, or hey, my car is getting pretty old, it might be time, and connecting them to the dealer of their choice that will have the product that they're looking for an agreeable price. That is the overall vision, I would say, that we're looking to accomplish and streamline and make much easier for consumers out there.
Definitely. All right. Great to hear that. So if there would be no boundaries in technology, what would be that one thing that you want to have fixed for your role, either for sales or as a marketer?
Yeah. That's a great question. I've been thinking about this a bit. Really, I would say for me, what is a bottleneck? What I would love is a version of a Chat GPT like interface that I can speak to, and I can recap how a meeting went, and then I tell this system, here's the notes from my conversation, here's what took place, to summarize that, and then to send out your email follow-up, to set alarms for, I got to call Ernesto again next week on Tuesday, to take that process from manually taking notes, inputting notes, to then typing out an email to let my team know, to then reminding to email the customer and call the customer, a way to streamline that process. And listen, with the rate of technology and the rate of automation that we're seeing, I don't think that's going to be too far off from what we're seeing out there.
Definitely. And like you mentioned, right? Technology is advancing, and each year we have a trend, right?
Yeah.
Last year was bad. Let's see what 2024 has got in store for us, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So then if there was one repetitive task that you could automate, what would that be?
I think that would also, the analogy I share, that would probably be it. That's what I would want to automate, is the note taking, the note inputting, the inputting into various CRM systems, the activities and actions taken by sales reps. We have a project that we're working on within our office, which is code word eliminate the mouse. So I want to help eliminate the mouse for salespeople, where you don't have to click this box and that box and that box and that box and log all the activities and notes that took place. Being able to create a lot of automations within that, which will help lead to more conversations, more meaningful conversations, more time spent communicating with customers than a lot of the back end tasks that salespeople are often tasked with.
All right. Oh, great. And well, lastly, what is one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you were to restart your journey as a marketer today?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think we have limiting beliefs, and we all have belief system that may or may not always be true. So I think for me, as we're in the new year and we're talking about things that we want to get done, a piece of advice I would have for myself if I was to go back, say 10 years, is to start making video content earlier. Start doing it now. Don't worry about perfection. Don't worry about being right or seeming to not be an expert on a specific topic. Just go out, do it. It's swings of the bat, it's repetition, and the way that people learn is by simply doing, by failing, by trying. So I think just getting a jump start on that, and not waiting until you feel like the time is right, because the time's never going to be right. It's you got to act, you got to do, and you got to participate.
Definitely. You make the time right.
That's
So,
right.
Some great advice there. Well, Dom, thanks a lot for being on the show with us today. I do want to give you the last word. If someone forgets everything about the interview today, what is that one thing they should remember about your company?
We help deliver instant and guaranteed results for car dealerships out there. There's a lot of gray area. There's a lot of companies out there that focus on marketing, that focus on technology, and marketing and technology are vital and important. They're great, but it's not a problem of leads. It's not a problem of marketing. It's a problem of what are you doing with these opportunities to create them, to turn them into revenue producing objects. So that's what we focus on here.
Definitely would agree with that. Well, hey, thank you so much, Dom. To our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in and looking forward to our next episode at Path One Presents. Thanks a lot, Dom.
Thanks so much, Ernesto. It was a pleasure.